If you don't write it down, one of these days you're going to wish you had. Guys, I finally got in my journal. I want to show you. This is a new one. Now, I'm going to preface by saying you don't have to buy this exact one, but I think something in this fashion, even if you do it by hand, is worth looking at. Let's pop over here and check out. This is my Midori 5-year journal. This is from Japan. And I really like this because of the paper quality and the build quality, but we'll dive in a minute. Basically, a 5-year diary, it basically says right here on the front, Konen ni jibun no deru niki, konen no kyo nani o shite ka. Wait a minute, never mind. That's not going to make any sense to you. A diary where you can meet yourself from last year, get in the habit of writing every day and looking back on what you're doing, and then the last year becomes more, each year becomes more enjoyable as the year goes by. That's basically what it says down here on the inscription. So I like the little case it comes with. You can take the wrap off. I'll probably leave the wrap there like Mini Pearl, but that's just me. So inside, you're going to see some really good high quality paper. But what makes this journal shine, and sorry, my overhead's bugging today, you basically will put in like 615, and this is 2025. This is going to be 2026, 2027, 28, 29. And so you're going to basically write down that day sort of what happened. And I like it because you only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines, basically 4 spaces to write in. So you don't have to get hyper detailed. It's just to leave yourself somewhat of a memoir or some notes. And then you can use these divider strings to divide either month and, like particular day that you're on, so forth, so on, etc. You'll notice that in the margins, there's a little umbrella. Here's a balloon for May, beginning of spring. There's a flower here for April because that's normally cherry blossom season. Climate change has messed it up a little bit. You'll see there's like a butterfly here. And also, I like this weird theme of each month starting with a door. It's like you're opening a brand new chapter, looking out a brand new window. So I kind of like that idea too. But yeah, you could just buy any notebook and do this. You could literally draw your own lines. But there's something to me being a fountain pen person. It's something about the nice build quality. I like the gold stamping. I also like the fact that because it's in this weird B5 size, which is very different from standard issue USA sizes. A lot of people in Europe or whatever, they know about B5. We don't, but it's something about it just being in a non-traditional size that makes it fit really cool in the hand. So, honestly, I say this all the time. I think it's very important that for your content creation practice that you get into journaling. And if it's more fun, you're more likely to do it. So this is made by a company called Midori, and Midori is famous for what's known as MD paper. It's really good for fountain pens. And I like my Lamy Safari here. Sorry for the mic. This is a Kokuno fountain pen. I like the fact that I can write it in my fountain pen because, again, it's something about that practice that is a little bit cathartic and a little bit enjoyable. So again, just journal. Please, I don't care how you do it, whether you do it audibly with voice notes in your phone, whether you do it digitally with something like the Plod, whether you pull up the Day One app for Mac that you can run on your phone, your iPad, your computer, or something simple like this 5-year journal. Why I think the 5-year is the method. And there's other brands that make this. You don't have to buy a Japanese one. If people who know Japanese stationery, you'll know the paper quality is hard to match. The paper quality is insane. And so that means when you're writing on it with your fountain pen, it just has a glide to it. It's kind of hard to describe. There's a good German company called Luxstrom. They also make really smooth writing journals designed to handle a fountain pen. But you could honestly just go get 99-cent, not construction paper, what is it called? Composition books from the store. But what you're going to do for every day, you're going to just write a short little blurb. You don't have to go nuts. You don't have to go too detailed. And the reason why I think the 5-line is good is because if you make it too hard, if you give somebody an entire blank page for the day, they'll feel freaked out. But a couple things to know about journaling is if you skip a day, so what? Let it go. Don't beat yourself up. Don't go crazy. Just let it go. I will say try to set a practice of not skipping more than 2 days. But one thing you can do, like if you left it at home or you're traveling, just jot it down on a piece of paper, and when you get home, transcribe it nicely into your journal. Another thing that's good to know about journaling, don't spend all your efforts trying to write perfect, because that's going to mess up your thoughts. You really just want to get your thoughts out. And there's something cool about when the next year comes back around, you can see where you are. Right now, what I physically have to do is go get one of the old journals from back there. They're on this side. I have to go snatch one of the old journals off the shelf, go find an older date and look for it. I think the cool thing about the 5-year is, again, what you have to write is smaller, so you're more likely to do it. And it's easier to go back and visit where you were last year. So, yeah, I just think it's cool. It says a diary where you can meet yourself from last year. I love that idea. Sounds much better in Japanese. Kore no jibun ni deru niki. Right? Yeah, there's something cool about it. So this, again, is a really short video. But I'm screaming, please journal. Here's where it really, really shines. One of these days, you're not going to be able to tell the stories to your loved ones. Think of it as a gift to a loved one. I just found out today from one of my best friends that probably since her daughter was about 3 or 4 years old, she's been writing this continuous letter to her daughter every day. And the daughter is now 22, 23. She's been writing this continuous letter to her daughter. That's beautiful. Imagine that. Imagine writing a continuous letter to your kids. So for those of you guys with older kids, just start now. Don't worry about you forgot to do it when you're young. It's be nice to have your insights, your input, your story. And you ever notice that memoirs, when they get published, tend to be only like rich people? Because they learned this mess a long time ago. A lot of regular folks, when you go to the next spot, when you go to the next YouTube in the sky, your memories are pictures. Like, you don't have a lot of your own written words. So I'm curious, if you have a loved one who left you journals or memoirs or stories, how did you feel about that? Let me know down in the comments. If you are a journaler, let me know down in the comments. And if you haven't started journaling, tell me in the comments, and then maybe say why, So anyway, I'm going to stop beating you guys up about journaling. I've been waiting for this book to come in. I should have bought it in August when I was in Japan. I kept saying I'm going to go back to the store and get it, and I forgot about it. So I'm a month late in my book, but that's okay. I'm going to start now. So I wrote yesterday. I'm fixing to write right now. And speaking of right now, if you like this video, press the subscribe button, press the like button so you know whenever I drop another video. And right now, the algorithm is going to show you another video they think you should watch, and I agree with them. Go get one. Links in the description.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, it's 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. Now you be surprised at the info you get is by letting them talk, so I'm letting them talk. Gotta keep quiet, maneuver in silence.